quick, easy delivery. I got $3, but it was like an $18 order. And those ladies are super nice. They're always like, we haven't seen you in so long. I'm like, well, you should order more. Like, it would be kind of weird for me just to come up here and hang out. But I can. If I wasn't married. I'm fucking old. Shit, I'll be 40 this year. 40. I don't really feel 40. Sometimes. When my wife and I go to these car shows, we are the oldest people there. Like, by far. Most of these people are like 18, 21, 25, or 30 maybe. And then next weekend we have a cruise through the gorge with the Kentucky Imports Facebook group. There's like 3 of us that are I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm going the right way. There's 3 of us that are the administrators, me, Patrick, and JD. We're all administrators of Kentucky Imports, and then we have like 10 moderators just to help us out. We are planning next fall. We're planning to do like a really big car meet, a Kentucky Imports car meet, just because there's no Import Alliance pretty much has the monopoly when it comes to car meets, import car meets. And so we figured, fuck it, you know, we are going to, you know, be a contender. We're going to plan a giant car meet. It's in a parking garage. I mean, this is costing like 10 grand, but we expect to make 40 grand. Well, I guess 30 grand profit. I mean, 30 grand profit. We figured what we would do is we would take 15 of that, put it to the side, and then the rest we would just divide between us. 42. I mean, if we could do a meet every quarter, shit, I mean, we could do that for a living. If you think about it, Import Alliance, they have like 6,000 people that show up, and it's like $20.99 if you purchase your ticket online, or like $30 if you purchase it in person on the day of. And I'm sure their overhead is a lot more, so, you know, let's say their overhead is, let me do some math here. Alright, so let's say the average ticket cost is $21. 5,000 people show up. I mean, that's $105,000. And then their overhead, you know, just the car show that we're planning on doing, the overhead's 10 grand. We're gonna make 30, so 40 total. So let's say their overhead is 30 grand. I mean, they've made $75,000 on one car show. That's insane. And they do it 4 times a year. And there's 3 of them. Let's make it through this light. Red light. Whoops. So each one of them makes $25,000. 4 times a year, that's 100 grand each. That's fucking insane. Just to do a car show every 3 months. I mean, that's just, to make that much money for something that you have so much passion for and you love, that's just insane. And that's just ticket sales. They sell booth space for vendors. They sell a lot of merchandise. I mean, you could probably tack on another 25-30 grand just in merchandise and and vendors. We need to come up with something that is not just Kentucky. You know, East Coast import group or something like that. And do all of East Coast. And one thing about Import Alliance, they're starting to expand out west. And they actually had a meet this year in Kansas. And so, you know, that was only a one-day event, but they probably made a ton of money on that too. So, not just 4 meets, but 5 meets. I mean, it's just insane the amount of money you can make on something like that for, you know, little work, very little fucking work. I mean, you got to set up the venue, you got to deal with the vendors, collect their money, ticket sales, the website. You know, I'm a webmaster, so I can fucking do all that shit. There's really no marketing. You know, the marketing's free. It's all on Facebook. They don't do TV advertisements or any of that. It's all Facebook. And Kentucky Imports has like 15,000 members. So, it's Facebook groups, car groups, just basically have revolutionized the whole car industry, car parts and all that stuff. I mean, to be in contact with somebody so easily that lives on the other side of the world, marketing, it makes 0 cents to pay for marketing. My next delivery is to a corporate office for a, how do I put it without actually saying the name of it, to a well-known restaurant, steakhouse. We have the corporate headquarters here in Louisville, Kentucky, and they pre-tipped $4.59 on a $28.92 order. But that's a mouthful. So the order is $28.92, and they pre-tipped $4.92. Or they pre-tipped $4.59, which is kind of a shitty tip for them and for the order. But I'll take it. I've made over $100 already. Today's been a good day. Tea's not very sweet. I don't think they put hardly any sugar in it. It sucks. Fucking Prius. I can't stand Priuses. For those of you that drive them on delivery, you know, I get it. It's fucking probably really fucking good on gas, but I just fucking can't stand them. I think they're ugly as fuck, especially the new ones where the taillights are like this. It's like a bolt. I don't know. It's fucking ugly. And most Prius owners have fucking tree-hugging hippie bullshit decals or bumper stickers. The only way I'd own a Prius is if somebody gave it to me. And even then, I'd probably just sell it. Sell it and put a fucking turbo on this thing that burns up a ton of fuel. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. It would go fast. It was another quick and easy delivery. Jeez, man, today's just going pretty good. So I got another notification for Tackle. Somebody needs their oven cleaned. They got pictures of it and it's gross as fuck. And they're only paying $44. And you only get 80% of that. And you have to provide your own cleaning supplies. It's like, what am I gonna make, like 20 bucks before it's said and done? And it's gonna take me like an hour? Fuck that. That price is not reasonable at all. $44 and I only get 80% of it. 20% goes to tackle. Get back to the store where I think there's only one delivery. At least there was one when I left. There is a pre-order for 4 o'clock and a pre-order for 10 o'clock. It's to the rehab center because they're feeding all their shifts. Normally I would have got probably the 10 o'clock order as well, but fuck that. I'm off tonight. I'll be in Bowling Green tonight. I'll be at a car meet in some parking lot watching people get arrested. Definitely need to stop and get some snacks or some shit. Because last time we were fucking dumbasses. We showed up with a empty cooler. It's like, what the fuck? So somebody was selling waters for $1. It's like, man, that's fucking smart. I can go to Costco and get like 48 bottled waters for like $5. Sell them for $1 each. Hell, I could sell them 2 for $1. $1 each or 3 for 2.